So now we have first dwelling for Aeos, but he cancelled it. Okay, it was a misclick, I think. I don't quite like this Racerstorm, but I think it's a bit of a waste because he will want to take those boars after. So maybe placing it here would have been a little bit more precise. And these Mufflins might also be taken afterwards with a nicely placed Racerstorm here, so he can then take the wood out of. It looks like Aeos didn't set gather point for this village center, and both players found here a new a new place to hunt afterwards if when they will be over with their home hunt. We have a nice board here as well. I didn't notice, but Racerstorm have a really nice berry bushes here, so if he can place granary here, or maybe here, it will be a really good, nice food income for the mid game. As well for Aeos, granary here would be amazing. In terms of resources, we can see Aeos already has 200 food, when Racerstorm only has 100. So we can see Aeos having almost one full tech point more than his opponent. What will be interesting is what is leaning towards at the first tech. I think usually the most efficient tech that you can take as a first is probably woodworking, because you tend to have more woodcutters in the early game than you have other resources. And you can't really take plow because you don't have farms, and masons is kind of, fine, but I don't really like it. But woodcutting is really great. And yeah, Potter's Wheel is another option technically, and Racerstorm goes straight for this and goes for the settlement, so we'll have a nice boost to his villager production, and eventually take the orchard here. And when he will start to farm, it will be a lot of free resources. And also what Potter's Wheel offers you is a possibility to go Assyrians with the I forgot the name of the deck, but the deck that gives you plus 6% resource gathered per outpost, which is a really nice boost when you have 3 to 5 outposts. So yeah, as we were mentioning earlier, gonna here to take these nice bushes, and Racerstorm is going for the barracks, so he will probably go for some light axes to start harassing. And we see Aeos having a lot of resources and not using them yet, so maybe he wants to go straight for Palace, it would like. And it might just work if Racerstorm doesn't put pressure right away. But no, okay, building a natural and some slingers to defend against the light axis. And so he took indeed woodworking, and as a second take, one usually take plow, because he will be able to place some farms. He can place almost 5 farms right away. But he might also take the Potter's Wheel to take control of this temple. Settlement is a little bit hard to control now that Racerstorm is in control of this area, but he can eventually take this settlement. And now Racerstorm starting to put pressure on the villager right away. Aeos goes for militia to defend against the light axe, and that's a pretty nice choice. And if he goes for militia, I don't think he needs any slingers to defend with. I mean, they're not that expensive. It's only a few food, and he has a lot of food floating. So I think in the end it won't matter that much if he goes for some slingers. But I think with the militia and this low number of flight axes are not that much of a danger. So he could defend with only the militia, I think, and save out some food for better units. And now he takes the engagement because also light axes are doing pretty good job against the slingers. But it's only it's about the same number. It's 5 to 5 military. One villager lead for Aeos now. Because the food count is doing so much work. You see, even with the settlement, which is producing some villagers, Aeos has just a better villager production, and now we'll take the third tech, which will be Plow eventually. I'd say it would be about time to take Plow. Like you see, he has those 6 guys who are probably waiting for building farms. I didn't mention, but Racerstorm went for the woodworking. Okay, so he has masons and it shows Assyrians. That's quite an interesting choice, I'd say, because Assyrians as trade colonies. This tech is amazing. Does so much work boosting his eco. But I guess if it didn't take the border wells, this tech is pretty useless. So I assume he would be leaning towards logistics instead. And logistics do a pretty nice job at saving food from the food upkeep that all your units cost. It's minus 25% from the military units. So yeah, I mean, he can have a big army which costs less food, and he already had pretty nice food leads on this game. But now it will start to hurt a bit. Like, those villagers are pretty inefficient. They are walking very far from the colony, and he has so much wood. He really needs to start building farms. Because now the food count just shifted. Racerstorm has better food, and with the third take, he will take. So now he has the orchard. So with 4, 8, 12 farm, I think. Just a plus 10%, doing a lot of job. And you can eventually take this settlement, 4 outposts in total. And he went for the Babylonian. So player like to make me lie this game. It looks like he loves the villagers, so that's why he went for porters and Babylonians. So next Code of Law might be the play. And it looks I missed this fight, but seeing the bodies, I believe Aeos lost a lot of units about all his military. And now that Aeos is defenseless, Racerstorm will just raise those villagers. And Aeos is already struggling a bit with food count, so losing some more food gatherer will be hard to manage. So it's minus 50, halfway to starvation. And if Racerstorm can put enough pressure, it will be it looks like would be winning the game straight away. But he's falling back here. Doesn't want to lose the army count. I mean, he doesn't know that his opponent is really close to death. But I can't blame him. It's saving the army, building the palace, taking into heavy spears, heavy axes, and might lose the palace if he's not paying attention. yeah, it would be really great from Aeos to snipe this. He could have, but yeah, winning the game from starvation because yeah, he was way too late on farms. That's kind of a shame, but yeah, we'll play Racerstorms. We'll play the Aeos, and thank you guys for watching.